minor problem. Yeah, the stream is going to... The stream's going to crash a lot. We've learned that from last time we played it. I don't know what they changed in Windows 10. Maybe I can run it in some sort of compatibility mode. But we had this issue last time we streamed it. Just tabbing out would sometimes just crash my GPU. I don't know what this window is open on my right screen. It's strange. It's like a blob. Oh, I guess that was File Explorer. Yeah, it was just like an outline. Anyway, let me try and launch that. There must be some sort of compatibility mode I can put it in to make it run a little nicer. Disable full screen optimizations. Yes. Run it in Windows XP Service Pack 2 compatibility mode. Please do. Alright, let's try that. I don't know if it's going to make any difference whatsoever, but we'll try. Just expect that this will probably crash a lot. I can't see my OBS, so you're going to have to tell me. Can you see the stream? Look, looks like a haunting shade here to hide gnomes in your garden. That's right. This game does not play well on a 1080 240Hz with like a 1440p side monitor. You can see the stream. Is there a game in front of you? Again, all my windows have disappeared except for Firefox, so there is a game. Well, let's give it a go. We might play. It has the audio because you're not. I'm not changing that. If it gets really catastrophic, we can just play the Steam fan makes. Which we will play at some point, I think. Anyway. Smile. Okay, cool. Well, tell me if there's any problems. I'm sure I'll notice. Let's start off on normal. Apparently my English patch isn't working, but that's alright. How are all of you, chat? Other than my stomachache. You can hear the banger music. Oh, that's good. What have you all been up to? It's been a while since we played this. I'm in a mood lately of good content. We did like a painting stream the other day. We did Vermintide. It's all slapping. School, not much more. Just a chill sort of day. I have like 0 sleep. I don't know why. I could not snooze. So I think I'm running on like a few hours and an awful lot of coffee, and it's giving me a tummy ache. It's not a very nice feeling. Alas, there's not much you can really do about it. Alright. It's been a little while since I've played, so you'll have to forgive me if I'm a little shit. You know, it takes time to get used to these sorts of things again. Sorry, Riddle. Also, whatever reason, Windows has decided to place my browser window on the very right-hand side of that big-ass side monitor, so I have to really turn my neck to try and read it. I was thinking we'd do what we normally do. We play through like 8 and 10, and then do like the Steam releases. That might be a better idea, because then we won't have to worry about the weird resolution stuff. You're decent. You're a little stressed about exams in a few weeks. I'm sure you can do it. Good luck. I believe in you. Yeah, my tummy is giving up. I hope that means it's the paracetamol doing its mysterious job, which medical science cannot yet guarantee. I actually kind of want to turn the audio up a bit, but I'm really too afraid to adjust anything. I don't think you can just enter the settings menu, can you? No. Oh well. You just have to open your ears a little bit more, I think. I guess this is whatever I decided last time we streamed was a reasonable volume for this. Although, I really want to like Alt-Tab and just raise it in the Windows mixer, but you know that's gonna cause problems. You can only do them in mid-game in Touhou 18. Oh, they added it at some point, did they? I haven't played 18, and I've barely played 17. Maybe we should play the new games that I bought. And then proceeded to basically not play. What was it, like Wily Beast, and then there's a newer one with like a pickaxe lady. Something like that? I can't believe I've not been consuming new content. New who's. Yeah, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna physically shuffle this monitor to the side. Like, just literally move it. So then I can read the chat a bit easier. Touhou set in Deep Rock. Hell yeah. You've never played a Touhou game? Well, just hold up a keyboard in front of this. Is 17 the Wily Beast? It is, isn't it? Have people have worked out how to play it by now? Because I think when we streamed it, it had just come out, so no one really understood what any of the animals did. Just that, like crow mode or whatever made Reimu really angry, or dog. I don't remember. Like the different creatures made them progressively more and more sassy. That's what, oh yeah, I forgot about bombs. I'll probably keep that in mind. Don't know how much I care about score. I guess it's good for 1-ups, but it's normal mode, right? I'm sure even if we haven't played for a while, we'll be okay. I don't remember normal mode in this game being terribly hard. Here we go. Lamp oil. Lighter fluid, what? Oh, bombs. I get you, I get you. It's quite a tough game to try and look at the side monitor while playing, I'll be honest. I'm really worried I'm going to get hit by a stray bullet. It's almost certainly going to happen at some point. And you're just going to have to forgive me when that happens. Whoa, pattern recognition, monkey brain. Hello, Mistia. Man, there's something really comfy about playing a game that you used to play a lot, but I haven't played in a while. You know? There's like something very relaxing about it. Like you recognizing everything. Being like, oh yeah, I know this pattern. Yeah, I know these colors. I know these sprites. I know these sound effects. I know what I'm looking at on the screen. It's kind of a roguelike. You're usually not really a fan of roguelikes, but you like how it was done in that. Oh, it's 18 the card one. Yeah. I know, that sounds cool. I love roguelikes usually. Oh, thank you, Wetterbit. Dankeschön.
Any Touhou fans?
I don't think there's any Touhou fans in my chat. I think these are all Western Dream fans. What was that like sketch, not Touhou game that like Zun's friends made in like post school or whatever? You know what I mean? There was that very sketch one. It's not really a Touhou game, but it's made similarly. Same engine. You know what I mean, right? Touhou, yeah, that's it. Has anyone played that? Is that a publicly available game? Like, did they release it on at Comic-Con or something in a little bonus disc, or is it like lost to the annals of history? Like an actual CD copy of Touhou 6? I think would be really cool to have. I think, by the way, I'm going to be quite bomb happy. Again, it's been a little while since I've played, so I feel quite bad about losing with bombs. I'd much rather just lose them. Use them than lose them, I suppose. Like there. I don't quite remember what you can get away with. Like, I thought maybe I could split through those 2 bullets there, but apparently not. That's okay. Ah. I unironically love this spell card, by the way. There's something really stressful about it that's still really fun. No extra? No, he spawns, didn't we? Hello, by the way. Nice account name. Here you go, Wetterbird. Ho ho. Yeah, Nightbot's trying his best. He's doing what he can, right? I don't know if I'm playing the time system properly. I don't remember it well enough. Like, aren't you you're meant to like balance human and yokai or something, right? Nice Suika. You're meant to like kill half stuff in Reimu and half stuff in Q3. Ah, by the way, dude. Kana? Kana level? Something extremely hyper comfy. Stage 3, Touhou 8. Oh! Yeah, I do not remember this well enough, apparently. Oh dear. I'm losing so many scores, so many points. How sad. I won't have quite as many 1-ups as I need. Maybe I'm gonna have to use a continue. Imagine that. Wouldn't that be sad? Excuse me. Twitch ads. Oh yeah. I heard from Cake, apparently they're getting really aggressive with the Twitch ads lately. They're like untenable. I apologize for that. I have zero control over it. The most control I've got is running them manually, which I've done once in my life. Just to see what the button did. I think I lost a bunch of viewers as well, which was funny. Because everyone was like, oh yeah, you should do it, it'll be funny. It wasn't funny. A bunch of people left. Thank you, Kana. So I'm doing the most I can. There's like a thing on Twitch where you can make it so there's less random ads if you run a structured ad every like half an hour, but that seems ridiculous. Like stopping the stream for every viewer for half an hour to save the new viewers, like, you know, whatever. It just seems odd. If you force ads to subbed viewers get it. I don't think so. I think you just get a you just get the stream as per normal, because Northern Lion used to take a toilet break when he ran ads, and they'd show the like weight swing. Yo. Dude, are you ready for a slapper? I wish it was like 50 times louder. I'm sorry. This is all I want to listen to. Ooh. Bit of a squeeze there. I don't think you can break through these, can you? Realistically. I remember actually practicing that bullet pattern quite a bit on hard when I was trying to do that. Kana S, exactly. Nah. You know, Karagatoru does actually have a Twitter account. I've considered texting them, like tweeting at them, but it seems weird. Like they don't have DMs open. It seems weird to like tweet them and be like, "Do you mind if I use this picture from Kana Box? It's my favorite doujin." They'd be like, "The fuck are you talking about? Who are you? Get out of here." Maybe? Kana Box is pretty old, right? It's not one of those newfangled doujins. Oh, I got the extra. I don't remember how you do this. I'm never very good with lasers. Maybe it's fun. Nice. Oh, it's a hand head painting, Suika. I thought that was like someone's shoe. Like a leather shoe. I guess a hand makes more sense. Ah. I don't know why this level is like extra nostalgic. It's like the sound effects as well as the music, I guess. I don't know. Something about like where the enemies come from and all the sound effects of shooting them is like cooked into the back of my brain. Oh, there they are. Best stage theme. I love this stage. Ooh, I about to bomb there. I didn't have one apparently, so I can die happy now apparently. Oh, they go to the right sooner than that. Muscle memory isn't quite as good as I think it is, I guess. Oh, I've not been like leading at all. I know it's normal mode and you don't need to do that, but like I've not been streaming. That's like a thing you are meant to do in some world. Oh, bomb. There we go. That's something I need to remember. No, this is Marissa's stage. We are Rainmere. It's funny though, because I almost always play Reimu Yukari, I like actually have almost no experience fighting Reimu. Whenever I do, I always absolutely throw the bucket. Yeah, I'm gonna get Master Sparked. I'm not... Honestly, Marissa, extremely difficult fight. I don't know if that's a hot take, but I find it very tough. Upwards. I feel like there's just so much going on. I'm gonna bomb just to get all my power back for as much of it as I can. I don't think that's necessarily a good idea, but the fight's a lot easier with full power. Do not remember how you do these patterns. There's like a little gap in everything, and they get bigger as you go down. Come on, man. I don't remember how small the stars are, by the way. I know they're like teeny tiny, but I don't remember quite how teeny tiny. Ah, fuck. I don't think I escaped that properly. I don't remember that too well, apparently. I will be bombing, I think. I think that's safe. Bonus failed. Trick stab them. Hello. You're a lot more intimidated with my Marissa than Romeo. Yeah, I've heard that. It's Touhou 10, right, where you can do like the spam with Master... Oh, not with Master Spark. With Marissa's like laser beam, where you like spam it and you can... you shoot it while it's invisible and it does like stupid damage. Ooh. Oh, good lord. No, that's not going well. My finger, I'm not going to use this as too much of an excuse, but I took my hand off the keyboard to the side. Like I dropped my hand. It's not something I think people normally do, but there you go. Oh, I think I missed out on there are normally 2 bombs there. Oh well. It's not the end of the world. I'm so sorry if I'm not reading the chat so much. It's a little tough. I'm trying to like remember how you micromanage in this game. Unfocus Marissa B when you're 3 to 4 power or something like that. Yeah. I thought you spam it. Like I thought you'd spam shift like that and it does more damage with Marissa. You do like that. Like the beam does like a full second of damage or something. Oh, whoops. Thank God for like this game's like death bomb mechanic where you can like use 2 bombs instead of 1. Extremely comfortable. Like extremely comfy. I'm not good enough to actually death bomb, so it's just an objective benefit to me, I think. Comfy. Oh, it's Alice's cannon. It's in this game. Oh, hello. I don't remember what you're meant to do in this. I always heck up here. I feel like you're meant to bait the spark over somewhere and then make your way over to the other side of the screen. You're meant to like avoid the bottom, I feel. Maybe like you stick to the side here or something. I don't know. Oh, it's this one. Oh dear. Not my best move. Whoops. Nearly there. Don't know if you're meant to hug the very bottom or if you're meant to give it a little bit of height. Not too bad at the end of it though. Death bombing's really generous, but it's spoiling your ult when it comes to other games. Oh, exactly. Yeah, that's probably why I'm not very good at it. It's a timing thing, yeah, you get the spark to fire and then heck off. Oh, hello Mac, by the way. Hello Don Dormer and Glimmer. Yeah. It's not a great strat to death bomb in this anyway. If you, yeah, I know it's just the cheaper is. It costs 1. It's been, I don't know, if you search on like the alt YouTube channel, when was the last time I did a Touhou stream? It's been like that many months or years since I've last done it, so I'm trying my best. You know, my best isn't, you know, gonna be 1cc'ing Lunatic anytime soon, but let's see what I can do. I need to play the tummy ache card again, don't I? My tummy hurts a bit. Like a little bit. Like, I'm not dying or anything, but there you go. Maybe it's affecting my gaming. I'm always a bit shit at Tay's stage. Also, like, Tay, like, actually, I think I never learned how to do her on hard mode. I always used at least one bomb there, I think. Here we go. Yeah, it's an unusual masked fly's beard, exactly. There isn't unusual fathers, are there? They don't exist, right? I know there's some weird, unusual miscs out there, like some... What is this? Are you meant to stream there? That can't be right. I didn't think you had to do any streaming on normal. Maybe you do. Right. This is going to be a little embarrassing, I think. Like, I'm sure she's not actually that hard, but it never quite clicked in my head, you know? That didn't feel right. Like, I know it's just a pattern, and once you get used to it, you just do like a square or something, but my brain isn't there. I have small monkey brain. Maybe you are meant to stream. Like, look at that. Everything's in like this sort of one little area. Maybe like a figure of 8. I don't know. This seems stupid. This is very stupid. Figure of 8 was a terrible idea. Alright. Honestly, not so bad. My brain's starting to like watch movement now, which is a good sign. Come on. Usagi. Yeah, it is Mary Alley. Malice does sound cool though. You get in trouble mostly because you were herded into a corner. Yeah, I like went up the left. This is like ultimate noob bait in these games. It's like climbing up the wall slowly. It always feels so bad. Oh well. We'll try. Oh yeah. Now, I'm sure I'll lose some lives here, but I always felt like Raisin was quite a bit easier than Marissa. There was some safe spot in this for hard mode as well. I don't remember what it is. Obviously this is normal, so it probably doesn't apply, but there was something. This is fucking scary, dude. This isn't right. Nah, alright. Well, that's alright. I want to see how far I can get with that continue, honestly. That's what it's all about, I think. These are really spaced apart, aren't they? Not really in the best place, but that's alright. This is scary. There we go. That took a while, didn't it? That was really close, actually. That wasn't going so bad. Here, I always lose a life. Like, at the start, I always forget that it's like an instant quick zoom, boom, boom, boom bullet thing. I always, like, go up out of greed and then get hit. There I got hit by like the regular spell, which is fair, but like I always get greeted in the middle there. It's this one, isn't it? You do that, yeah. Whoops. Squish the rabbit. I have no idea what you do here. Bombing is fine. Can you death bomb in this on one bomb, like with the easy mode death bomb? I'm not looking at this properly, am I? Oh no! Oh no! I will bomb. There you go. You think she's one of the easiest stage 5 bosses? I think so, yeah. Like I feel like every spell has some sort of cheese. Yeah, normal's the margin of error thing. You can stream and should stream aim patterns at any difficulty. Okay. Yeah, you can still last spell with one bomb. Oh, fair. Yeah. The theme does feel like a good boss fight. I don't know if this save file has extra unlocked. Like I also don't remember how the mechanic works with fighting Kaguya versus Erin. Whoops. Like, is it if you get here at a certain time will you ask her? Or is it final B because I've already done Kaguya a few times? And you like, there's like a text box that shows up and says, which boss do you want to fight? How close am I? I'm really close to another life. I should probably be picking these things up. If we still haven't used our continue. Ah, this is dangerous. Come on. No. I'm not gonna die for a 1-up. That's stupid. Oh my god. Oh, it was close. Damn. And then everyone dies. Wait, do you not get to use a continue, or is it just it's just game over? Moi. In your first playthrough, you pace Aaron. After you clear Aaron, you face Kaguya if you're on 1cc pace, or Aaron if you use a continue. If you've beaten both of them, you get to select. I didn't get anything. Oh no, wait, is this a continue? I don't speak Japanese. Alright, maybe nothing. Alright, that's fine. Okay. If you die in Kaguya's stage, there's an instant game over because she requires 1cc to beat. Oh. Okay. Right, I'm gonna close the game. There's a 60% chance my stream will crash. If it crashes, wait like 5 minutes and it will be back, okay? Just like a warning, it's almost certainly going to crash, and if it doesn't, then that's great, because it's going to be the first time it's not crashed. Okay? So I'm gonna close the game. The stream might die. Alright? Just hold on. Cross your fingers. Did it crash? I don't think it crashed. Yes, the program did work correctly. Okay. I'm still here, aren't I? Whoa! Alright, well maybe running it in compatibility mode actually helped then. We're going to switch over to 10. I will run that in 640 by 480 and Windows Service Pack 2 mode then. Wait, did I do 640 by 480 last? No, I disabled full screen optimizations. Okay. Cross your fingers again. This is going to be bad because I'm going to have to Alt-Tab to capture the game window. So, cross your fingers. You know, still might die, but maybe a bit better. Are you doing all the Touhous? No, I'm just jumping around. We might play the one. Am I existent, chat? Do you see me? Do you hear me? I'm back? Okay. Welcome to Touhou streams, by the way. I've launched the game. Is it working? Do you see Mountain of Faith in front of you? It's weirdly stretched to full screen, so that's fine. I think it looks normal for you. Okay, good. Again, I have no idea what happened in Windows. We used to be able to stream this perfectly fine. And as far as I know, there's no way to... Is there any way to play this on Linux? Maybe with Proton? So, this is just how it's going to be forever until Zun ports it somehow. I don't think he ever is. Like, they're slowly releasing them on Steam. It's not stretched for you yet. It should look good then. Okay. I don't think we have extra unlocked on this, do we? No. I think normal's fine. What are you feeling, chat? Remo Marissa. Well, Touhou games work fine with wine. That might crash my GPU less if I play it through wine then. I don't know why my EN patch has been broken lately. Use the Marissa B book. Remu C? Here you go, Spycrabs. Thank you for the
Marissa B bug.
I don't know, Spycrabs just paid me 31 months worth of subs. Did you see the drawing I did for you, Spycrabs? Am I going to post armpits in general? You bet it, dude. Anyway, Yokai Buster, let's go. Well, you have been posting a lot of things. So for you... Oh god, I hate that flashing. Let's see. You did not. Go have a look. I don't remember. Is 10 the one where you... Oh yeah, you don't have to shift at the top. That's it. Well, let me know how the audio is as well. Oh, the full screen's really weird. It feels like I'm moving so quickly to the sides. What a funny little effect. Oh yeah, and this is the one with like the bloody little, you don't actually get bombs, but you get like bomb pieces, don't you? Like shards. My like tiny imperishable night monkey brain is like, oh, hang on. When's this from? Is this 2008 or 6 or something? Actually, hang on, this Sanae Dojin's from like 2007, right? Or is was Touhou 6 2000? I don't remember. Tell me what year stuff came out. I used to remember all this. I'm completely lost. Hang on, I couldn't quite read that. This full screen thing is tripping my brain out. I know it looks perfectly normal to you, like it's 4x3, but the stretching, oh my lord. I don't think I ever played Remu C. 10 is 2007, 6 is 2002. That's it. 10 is like the same year as Smash Brawl, right? Or it's about the same time. What setting do you have to change to get black bars instead of stretches with 4x3? I don't know. I think Touhou crap can do it. Or like the patches, because Imperishable Night earlier was running in 4x3. I think I probably could do it. I could force it in NVIDIA, probably, but I don't want to tab out, obviously. Hang on, with Remu Seed, I want to stand right next to the boss to do the most damage, because these bullets are fucking going way off to the side. I don't really know where I'm meant to do what, honestly. Well, I'm assuming I want to use shift. The shift normally does a bit more focused damage, but I don't actually know. It's hard to tell. This doesn't feel particularly slow. Ah, this is not good. Get out of there. Oh lord, those lasers are they're flashing. They're flashing. I wonder if the game's rendering weirdly. Does did the enemy like red bar at the bottom, was that flashing a lot for you? Yeah, the community reliant automatic patcher. That's right. The memes really. Don't get hit and use your bombs. No prac. I've never played a practice ROM. My brain isn't big enough. What's the meme about C? Like, is this just... It looks silly. I'll be honest with you. It looks very silly. It seems very good for this stage. It's either implemented as an easy mode or a hard mode, right? That's how it always works with, like, community memes. It's like a joke item that like one-shots everything, or it's a joke item that's like stunted sword hilt, and it takes 50,000 hits to hit the boss with. Hello. Can I please have some more Hinas? Thank you, Hackers. You're way ahead of me. I hate this flashing. It's definitely, I'm hoping the stream looks okay. There's definitely some, like, very odd desyncing, flashing nonsense going on. Shift seems very strong, honestly. Not even been grazing. What kind of gamer am I? Touhou's about being a small highland cow. Graze on all the grass. Where is Hina? Stream looks good. Okay, it's just my end then. It's not a good shot type. Great. I love that face, dude. I love it so much. It's so good. Wait, there we go. Yeah. Oh my god. She's like, oh no, it's dangerous. Don't go up the mountain. There's like, you know, evil Tengu and yokai and all sorts. And you're like, no. No. I mean, the damage doesn't seem worse than I remember the other types being. Maybe I miss a lot normally, and this is actually hitting stuff because it's so wide. I'm gonna play this safe. Maybe I'm not a real gamer for not trying to thread the bullet and just taking the long route, but I'm happy to just take the long route. I love this spell card as well. It just gets like progressively more and more scattered. It's cute. Nice. We got her. Am I winning? Absolutely. Oh wait, hang on. Is this the one where your bombs are your power, or am I thinking of something else? I must be thinking of like a different game, right? Where like you use your actual like bullet power to bomb. That's not subterranean animism, is it? I remember how bombs work in this at all. They're a little weird. I always forget. Like sometimes when I play, I just go the whole game and I reach the end and I'm like, oh yeah, bombs. And then sometimes it's all I can think about, and every single fight is just me working out how to lose my bombs best. Ah. Bombing is basically free. Oh, should I just be spamming it then? Because I've not been. I've just been vibing. Oops. Dude. It's yours, your friend. Yeah, that's right. Good old Notori. Extend. How bad is this spell card really? Like, is it just bad because it doesn't have a focused focus fire. Because it means, you know, killing stuff. I know it's only normal, but like the stuff's disappearing, and a lot of stuff only has 1 health anyway. A little cheeky. In 10, you can spam it without too big of a consequence because they work well offensively and you get power back quickly. Looks a little scary to you bombing it. Okay. SA pinches you enough with power drops where it's not mindless. Also, SA is a lot. Yeah, I just thought animism's bonkers hard. At least in comparison. Maybe it's got a lot less brain dead mechanics in it. Oh. I love this one. Like, some of Notori's spell cards look really pretty. I know it's just like a blue glow, but it looks cool. There's like the waterfall one as well. Looks cool. Probably could have done that bombless. Yo, Momoji stage chat. I hope you're there. If you were here, please type I was here. Thank you. Oh, and really? Oh, it's fine. I thought that was lots of space, honestly. I completely thought that was more than enough room. Maybe not. Was Notori's waterfall only wavy and hard difficulty? Because I thought it like swished left and right. Dude, those are much bigger than I think they are. Normally Touhou games make the little circles teeny tiny, but those are much bigger. Much bigger hitbox than I was prepared for. I did not play that very well, I'll be honest. Well, I don't like squeezing the bottom of the wall too much there. Stop that. Probably wasn't necessary. Ice was cool. Ah, I like this bit. You get the top. Everybody hates the tiny stars. I didn't remember them being that bad. I didn't have any memory of them, at least. Usually your brain remembers things that really... Like those. You can walk right up into these circles. They don't do anything. I feel like your brain's normally really good at remembering things that you had like a tough time with. Like I remember Marissa entire spell card that I can't do. Well, which is, I mean, is all of them. The donuts. That was a death bomb, right? Like hard to tell. I think it was. I feel like I only had 3 lives earlier. I'm not playing this correctly, am I? That's right. Oh, what? Oh, monkey brain. Did not play that properly at all. I was too focused on the quick ones. I thought I could like edge the blue ones a little bit, and instead I walked into it like a fool. I'd probably need to do it. Does make it much easier though. Oh. I'm gonna have 0 power at the end of this, aren't I? Sorry, I need to be in the middle. My monkey brain. Ooh. Definitely not nearly as hard as I was making it out to be. You recommend to the side? Yeah, like off to the up here maybe. Yuka picking her nose. Did you post? Yeah, if you scroll up, I also tweeted the drawings. Check my Steam. Oh, I will in a minute, hack kids. I have survival spell. Yeah. What's the name of it? Absolutely dope Demetori cover of, well, Mysterious Mountain, I think, right? That or it's one of her fighting game songs, though. I don't remember. They all blend together. I am playing this rather poorly, but, you know, it's okay. Never punished. Trying to get a little bit more power back so I can bomb spam again. Those are gone forever. These are gone forever. Oh no. Oh god, I walked into that one, didn't I? I think that was a sensible use of power, right? Like, I don't know how much a bomb is. Is it 1? I used that to grab like a ton of power just there from the top of the screen. That seemed pretty sensible. These games have some pretty mad difficulty spikes on stage 4, don't they? Or is this stage? This is stage 4, right? She's not stage 5. Played that poorly. Nice pentagrams. Very holy. That didn't feel right. That's okay. Has the team that made Touhou, like the remakes of 7 and 8, like the festival, have they done Touhou 8 yet? Because I really like the remakes of 6 and 7. Like Fantastic Danmaku Festival. They were really fun. It's also nice to be able to play the games without them crashing. And in 1080p. As much as I love low res, it does look a lot better on the stream. Mountain of Faith is such like a YouTube thumbnailable game, isn't it? Like even like the ordinary stages like this would look pretty sick. That's how I feel. This is stage 5. It's easier than stage 4 in Mountain of Faith. Oh yeah. 1 per bomb. Okay, thank you. Dude, the like MIDI drum at the start is sick. I need to work out how to do that a little bit better. You can tell I've, maybe you're not actually, but I've played a lot more Imperishable Night than Mountain of Faith. I thought I'd played enough of Mountain of Faith to remember it off the top of my head, but apparently not. That was good. Wow. It was a good way to deal with a bad situation. Don't know if I'm holding shift too much, by the way. I'm wondering if I'm meant to be loosey-gooseying it a little bit more, or if it's just, if it's fine. It's only normal, I know. Nah, you're meant to stream that. Nah, that was horrid. No muscle memory for this whatsoever. I think I've always had a lot of trouble with Sanae, actually. Aya and Sanae in general I'm just pretty shit with, but I think he's quite a tough fight. That didn't seem so bad. Ah, oh. Ah, wasn't bad. Continue. Oh, you continue at the start of the level, don't you, in this? That thing, yeah, like the it's cool, isn't it? The like edge of the snare drum. I don't remember what you call it. It's not called a rim shot, I promise you that. But it is on the rim of the drum. Just do a little loop-de-loop there. I think that's fine. I do feel a little threatened about being this high up the screen, but it gives me some room to go down, I think. If necessary. Like there. That seems useful. Oh. My fingers did not slip off the keyboard. I promise you that I meant to do all that. You have a lot more health than I thought you would. Oh, I walked into that. I wanted to like slide down and grab those blues. It was not worth it. Hang on, when I played 8, did I not turn the lives up to like 5? You can do that, can't you? That's a bit scary. You can just make yourself start with like a bunch of lives. Come on, 1-up. No, don't be greedy, don't be greedy. I'm going after the blue boys as if they make any difference whatsoever. You're not high up the screen enough, it helps in some of Sanae's non-spells. Okay. That's possible in 9. In 8 you can even crack them up to 7, really? Or is it 6 and it counts 0 as a life? Something like that. I'll try and play a bit closer up the screen then. My noobishness is really showing when I like stick to the bottom of the screen, I think. Lasers, dude. How do they even work? Fuck. That wasn't even a laser. I saw it coming as well, I just didn't bomb. Maybe this one's a bit easier to play higher up on. Ah, no. I thought I could have made that. That's right. Oh, oi, oi, oi. Okay. The main advantage if you get walled halfway the screen, you can still retreat. If you're walled in at the bottom, you can only bomb or die. Yeah. That was my bad. How many continues do you get? Because I don't want to just sit here all day continuing over and over and over again. I'd like to do other stuff. I'm a little small percent feverish, maybe. I'm hoping it's from lack of sleep and not an actual fever. The bottom's pretty good most of the time when Sene is stuck up. Okay. It just varies on the boss, doesn't it? Like, are there people out there that have done Risen without sticking to the bottom of the screen, or is that quite literally impossible? Like, the hitbox is not tight enough for that. I feel like there must be some weirdo out there who's done that, right? Like the Raisin ones, we have to stick to the very, very bottom. That sounded like a shit version of streaming, I think. Like this thing you're watching now. There you go. Don't get greedy. This is not played properly. I think I've done that every time I've gone in there. You should be at 0 power when you die. Can you still use bombs below 1? So they only last for like half a second or something. Go on. Agreed. Oh, 0xx. I get you. I get you. That was scary. I think the continue at the start of the level is one of the reasons I don't play this game as much. I think I get like sick of restarting the start of the stage over and over again. I'm always like, I'll just play something else. That was not good. There's too much going on in this. You need to chill. Oh, this is a nice little square. No, I was spamming the bomb button there. I was trying. I did try. I was a little bit off, but I was consciously trying to bomb there. I promise you. Nice little gap. It's like trying to park constantly, isn't it, this game? Oh, there's a nice little spot there. There we go. You don't like using continues in general. Yeah, I agree. Sometimes it's like you really want to use them because you're like, nearly got the boss. But then just restarting the stage over and over again isn't particularly exciting. This is probably where we're about to lose, maybe. I'm pretty shit at stage 6. Just use it, it's fine. Wait, hang on, what do the green things do if they don't give you bomb? Do they give you slightly more power, or how does that work? Just careful with this. I don't know the size of the circles, so I suppose that was quite a safe bomb. I think it was unnecessary, though. The green items gives you faith. Oh, yeah. You're collecting faith, aren't you? You get big power 3 stuff at the end, yeah. Alright, Kanaka. Rainbow Kanaka, I forgot about that. Bomb like it's going out of fashion, by the way. That's a sentence I never thought I'd read. What? Oh, I'm stupid. I guess I should just stick at the bottom, no? The death bomb in this is very, very unforgiving, huh? Like, I consciously tried to bomb there as well, and I completely fucked it. Oh my word. Hello. Yeah, I haven't seen this in a while, have I? Absolutely no idea. Do these things spin a little bit at the bottom? Did one, like, tuck in and kill me at the end? Like a terrible mother. There we go. Oh! Shit. Alright. You really, really want to not die of that bombing, yeah? The greens are a multiply, that's it. Yeah, you're sure doesn't need to pick this stuff one up, yeah? Oh wait, hang on, your score goes down after continuing, so you actually don't even get like the bonus lives from scores, huh? Yeah? Alright, well, okay, I'm gonna close the game again. As is last time, it's probably gonna crash. Just hold your fingers with me. If it crashes, the stream will be back in like 2 minutes. Just... Alright. I will close this. Okay. Oh do I exist? It looks like I exist, doesn't it? I'm here, right? I'm still here. Hacker told me to open Steam, so I'm gonna do that. I do exist. Dude, that's the happiest you've ever made me. I promise you, this room's actually super dark. Like, it's super bright. Oh, dude! Unconnected marketeers. Thank you, Hacker. That's very kind of you. Let's play that immediately. The quickest you've ever seen someone like unbox a Steam gift. Thank you so much, Hackett. Let's play it. Is that that's 18, isn't it? I hope I can download that while I'm streaming. Unconnected marketeers. It's 0.5 GB. I think I can install it on my C drive. Let's see. Oh, it's installing very quick. I'm sure there's not really anything to stream, so I don't think the quality is going to die. Let's launch this. I'm sure it will blast your ears, so just hold your head for a second. Launch game setting. This thing comes with the patch built in? Hacked. When did he start doing this on Steam? Or is this just the normal configuration? This is just normal config, isn't it? I thought this was Touhou crap for a second. I was going to be like, man. You might want to use Touhou crap so you can read the card. Hold shot button for slow. Borderless window dot by dot. Oh, is that pixel perfect, maybe? Okay. How do I get Touhou crap working with this, Hackett? Do I locate the Steam file? Like go properties or local files, browse. I've got it here. th18 custom.exe, etc., etc. Can I just drag in Touhou crap from a different folder? Same as any other Touhou. I don't remember how I do it. It's been a very long time since I've had to use it. Do I just drag in? I'm assuming not vpatch. Let's go something a bit newer. Do I have it for double dealing? Maybe. Is it just thcrap folder and you just drag it next to it, don't you? It's just you just put it in. I think next to custom.exe and stuff. Sorry, this is like not really a live stream, but this is what you do when you play niche Japanese games. Touhou crap configure. Enter. Oh, this is when you got to pick that you want to speak pirate or whatever, right? Please wait warmly. Pick a patch. Where's does it detect which Touhou game it's in? Oh, here we go. What patch do I want? Touhou 18 shoplifting? No, 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 I don't want to do that. Oh god, Koishi? Koishi? No, Koishi's not in this. Lang patches from Touhou 10 Google translation. This can't be right. Do I need to do something? Touhou loader. I don't remember how I do this. Config. Do I need to run an bin? Is it in the bin folder maybe? Do I need to run an installer with it? I swear this thing runs like an installer at every single boot, doesn't it? You know what? Let's just launch the game. How bad is it without English? Oh, it looks beautiful. Damn. Modern games, huh? Look at this whenever OBS decides it's going to pick up on it. That's loud. Man, this game looks pretty. OBS doesn't think it exists. This game does not exist. Maybe it's a window capture. Window capture. TH18. Yeah, it's a window capture that looks weird. Great. Thanks, Zun. Hey, Lindley. You're watching some live stream debugging. Let's just do something like this. How's that? Borderless dot by dot. That looks nice. This game looks pretty, man. I know it's just because it's in 1080p, but that's how I always feel. Alright, I need a wee quickly. I've been downing water. I might actually have a fever, I'm not sure. But, give me 2 minutes. I'm going to have a wee break. Just sit down and enjoy the music for a second. I'll be right back. I hope you can hear and see everything okay. How is everyone still? Oh yeah, do you reckon there's someone who just joined the stream and they thought I was playing this whole time, and that there's no webcam, so it's just black when I'm playing, right? Crazy. Alright. You find the color palette in HUD nice. Yeah, this game looks very, very pretty. Alright, let's use our zero ability in Japanese to see what we can do here. I mean, this is English, isn't it? Or is the main menu always English? I think the main menu is always English. Chuck me in normal. Is this Shinyomaru's little hammer? Okay, maybe I will try and work out Touhou crap. Hang on. Touhou 18 Touhou crap. Let me Google this. How does this work? Standalone patches. Lang EN based. This is like a media file thing, right? Do I just drop it in? I'm not pirating the game, right? This is just translations. I'm gonna get Touhou crap open, yeah. Look at this Reimu for a minute. There are other characters. Sanae is a playable character. And Sakuya. Star-studded cast. Yeah, I just want Lang EN, I'm not doing anything else. What's in this mysterious file I got from Mega? Read me, Touhou 18. Your directory must contain the original Japanese executable. Okay, well hopefully this isn't a virus. If it is, I'm sorry. Mado. Alright. Dude, closing a game and not having it crash your PC, what like a quality of life improvement, huh? Let me try and find the folder again. Manage, local files, browse. Honestly, this game being half a gig seems actually kind of crazy. I'm surprised it's that much. Alright, replace all the files in here. That's perfectly fine. Okay, so I want to launch Touhou 18 patch.en, right? Please don't be a virus that gets me banned on stream. Don't put anything bad on my stream video, please. Don't be anything bad. How do I use it again? Do I need to launch a really particular file, actually, don't I? It's, is it Touhou custom thpatch.exe? Ah, here we go. Borderless window, recommend, dot by dot. Alright, custom.exe is what you launch, isn't it? No, maybe not. Do I just launch the game now, actually? Sorry that I'm like, this is live. Run the game? This isn't the game. Is it because in Steam I made it so the game was launching the settings? Try and launch the game. Maybe it'll just be in English. Does it just patch over the game? This looks like Japanese, doesn't it? This is Japanese, yeah. Hang on, I'm being stupid. Readme.txt. This is Japanese. Thank you, Zen. Launch Touhou EN patch.exe. That's what I did. But when I just click on... Okay, it worked this time. I did... Oh, this works. This works. Oh, that was weird. I was launching the like custom or the new thing, but it didn't seem to work. I don't know what I did. Okay. Hello, Linley. The more parts of your day were your brain being so tired. You've been frustrated because you missed an earlier time to attend a lecture, so you wasted 2 hours. That's the worst. You missed out on bringing back a point you lost in your midterms because the bonus question was something you somehow had no notes on. But you had 1 note. More than Linley. You'll work it out. You're a smart lad. Let me know if the game's too loud, by the way. I think I've heard any of the soundtrack in this except for that one Astra Blazer Records, or however you pronounce them. That one like cover. Even the enemies are welcoming. A difficulty that is gentle and cruel. A difficulty intended for people who seek their own harshness. Somehow you don't mind being constantly bombarded. I love like this game. It's fantastic translation work. Nihilist monk. Vagrant, commoner, nobility. Balance type of purest concentration. Hold ability card. Miracle Mallet. Yeah. Shinyomaru. Change enemy bullets into money. This is cute. Today was the last lecture. There will be an assignment where you could maybe get a bonus point. You just need to do more in regards to it. Okay. Oh, I only have the one Miracle Mallet right now, do I? Mysterious cards were circulating in the streets. Where was the manufacturer? She thought she could collect them faster than anyone else. I'm feeling strong Marissa energy. That's like a modern gamer, right? Alright, what do I want to do then? You get coins and $. Pixel Perfect mode is kind of small turtle house now. I also love that like after like the last 100,000 years they still use the exact same enemy sprites for everything. But the everything's got like this cool like green explosion now. Actually wait, maybe that's just Marissa's missile that does that. Marissal. I think sticking to the left seems to work here. I can sort of get the fairies as they fly over. I wonder if the sound effects are a little too loud. Oh, rain, dude. Ah, that's the laser we all want. So quick. Oh, it's the fucking cat that's not actually called Mike. It's like Mickey or something, but it's obviously Mike, right? We're all on the Mike train, aren't we? The UFO sound effects too. Get all the power ASAP. Okay. That was the only bit I could read out of the corner of my eye, I'm afraid. Oh, I think the enemies are color-coded, aren't they? The one was red and dropped a red thing, and the other one was yellow and dropped a yellow thing. What's that? Do I get to pick the cards at the end of the level, maybe? And these are like random drops, or what? It's very stingy on power, and you lose 1 per death. Okay. That's some awful rain. You need to do what you did with calculus, which was solve all the material given. You can do it. Hey. Yeah. Sun's art's gotten really good, hasn't it? At the end of the stage, you buy cards with the money you pick up. Like, his art's actually, like, absolutely slapping, right? Like, this looks cool. Very unique. The Marissa looks cool as well. Like, it's clearly a Zun Marissa, but it also doesn't look like, it doesn't look a bit derpy. Like, it just looks nice. Ooh, Kitten of Great Fortune. Oh, is she meant to be like the little cats that you get in Chinese shops? I don't remember what they're called, but like the little cat that holds its paw out. I think I've heard this song somewhere, actually. I've heard a cover of it, maybe. It's a bapper. I will... Wait, you said I can turn the settings mid-game, right? Dude. Slam up. That's not going to be too loud, is it? That looks good. If that's too loud, let me know. This is perfect for me. But if it's hurting your ears, I can turn it back down. Maybe like a 5% too loud, actually. Let's turn that down. Like that. Yeah. Alright. That's good. This seems like a good compromise, doesn't it? That's a spell card I've seen 100,000 other times, though. Well, not really a spell card, is it? I like the rainbow leaves. Very colourful. Nice. My ability cards. You want something of equal value. It's the basis of a free economy. Everyone's buying and selling them. I'll buy. How much? Oh my god. It is a roguelite, dude. It seems fine to you, but now you're a low volume gamer. Have I used the active yet? No, is that the bomb? It like my one turns coins into something. Or is it C? Do I need to use the letter C? I don't know. I don't know the controls. Funds. Moku's ability that gives 3 lives. That sounds really strong. Oh, it's 450. Sakuya's ability to throw knives. Oh, that's cool. Usually it's C. Okay. Oh, the autocollect line is lowered. Is it like halfway up the screen, maybe? Gain 1 life. Well, that's cool. You know near whose life is in it, but just gratefully accept it. Yeah. Confusingly named card that may or may not be a spell card. Oh yeah. Money comes in and goes on its own. Nazarin's ability for money. It covers up all the stuff around the area. Ringo brand dumplings. This is cute. You must have had a lot of fun drawing all these. It's definitely a little loud, right? Like I'm having to talk right into the mic here. A lot of power. I could use a bit of power, maybe. Lucky cat with good business skills. The variety of cards you get will increase. I don't think that's necessary for me now. They're normally white cats, but she's a calico. Cute. Or calico, I'm not sure. Give me the lower line. I think that'll turn into more power. You buy one of the character-specific cards, you can start runs with it. Also, like, the longer you play, the more you unlock. Okay, oh, that's cool. So it is just like a roguelite then. Okay, that's cool. It gives you a good incentive to collect. Oh yeah, that collect line's nice. I saw it said, like, cannot start with this, and I wasn't really sure what that meant, but that makes sense. This is a weird place to be. I should really be making the most of my collect line thing. I'm trying to play more in the middle, even if it's stressful. Upper 2/3, maybe. Ooh. Oh, do I get a card at the end of the level based on how many little cards I've picked up? Maybe. Nice Master Spark animation. Oh, is that where this Kappa is from as well? I thought she was a manga character. Okay, it's not really a roguelike, but it's got some, like, metagame aspect to it. Oh, I should be doing this more. Does Marissa have an increased item catch radius in this game? Some games they do that. That was scary. They were manga only characters for a bit, but she's the first MMORPG Touhou. Because she was in, was she right in like the last chapter of Little Deity? Or is she in like Mioi one? Oh, I hit C. No, I haven't. A good night scout. Sorry. Is she not Kappa? She just has the key. The cat wasn't lying. Yamawara. Oh yeah. She was not a named character before. Yeah, I thought they were like running a... They were mountain Kappa, yeah. They were running like a stall or something, weren't they? Come with card straight up right away. I knew who caught a whiff of it. Caught a whiff of this. It's just a particular kind of Kappa, is it? Hang on, I'm slapping this up. I'm crazy if you think I win. Oh, whoops. I feel like I've seen a lot of these spell cards before. Like, I'm sure there's a finite number of basic shapes that Zun's gonna use, but... I don't know, they seem recognizable. This is tough. Maybe I'm playing it stupidly, I don't know. I don't like active cards. I've not been using it. I'm sorry. I'll use it next time I get... I'll use it now, actually. Oh, it just shoots out a bit. Okay. That seems odd. Hang on, I'm gonna lower this again. I really can't work out what a good volume is. It's interestingly mixed, at least. You want to dodge vertically against her. Yeah, the like normal left and rights are not working here. Well, that's cool. If not horribly stressful. I survived much longer inside that than I should have. How often can I use that? It seems to recharge every like 20 seconds or something. Okay. That was a tough. You want to use the Miracle Mallet constantly. Okay. Can't take him by force. Oh, you buy him? Is that how this works? At the end of each fight, you just buy it from the character. That explains. No upper limit, it just has a cooldown. Okay. That explains how you're buying cards in this game. If you don't like it, you might as well not have it. Yeah, I guess so. Oku's Fire. Ultimate attack power, endless invincibility time. A way too long cooldown, it eats up all your power. That's cute. Nudging your way through Danmaku is for wimpy showboaters. If you're powerful, burn everything down. That's cool. Lasers. It's a popular card. Geta. Oh, they're the shoes, aren't they? You move very quick while not firing any shots. Because of the high movement speed, your hitbox becomes really small and you become invincible when beginning to move. It's the ability to cause hitbox crimes only a Tengu can. That's cute. I love all the writing in this. I guess the right ones are all somewhat similar. Why are these free? Her ability, you can buy cards for a bit cheaper. Buy cheap, sell high. Give me Gale Getter. On Marissa, that sounds... Oh my god. It's yeah, it's the after image. Oh, unlocking Takane's might have been better. Well, I wanted to see what it's like to be IIR. Dude, this is Earthbound music. What am I doing? Look at this thing go. Rip Gray's counter. With this, you basically just want to constantly be unfocused. Because I'm not that minute. I don't think I can do that, really. That seems tough. Oh, it's when you're not shooting, right? Okay, that explains why I was only sometimes getting the red thing. Oops. I was not looking. Number go up. The free cards don't do much. It's only free because you get 5 cards during the round. Oh, I guess so. It, you miss out on a lot. Dude, this seems cool, though. Oh, it's this lady. She's in the Mioi one as well, isn't she? I wasn't sure if she was meant to be one of the Moon Sisters in that. I didn't recognize her. She runs like a gambling house on there. Opportunity cost, that's the word. Dude, you can master Spark while using the IA ability. How small is your hitbox when you do this? It seems extremely stupid, doesn't it? This is like a precision game here. It sounds like a good Hail Mary though, like just getting a smaller hitbox in general. No, I don't know how to use it. It looks a bit like Cabernet Relation to the Moon. Well, it's because I saw, well, just the basic style, yeah, it looked a bit like a... What? Oh, God. You absolutely shoot off to the moon if you let go, don't you? You zoom. It seems like a card that makes you fly into bullets. That's how it's been so far, yeah. Daniel. Komakusa. You darn fool! Stop calling me a darn fool. Extremely rude. That it's better to use it than not to use it, I guess. It felt a little weird. Maybe unnecessary. I love the missiles, by the way. They were really satisfying. I don't have to move, do I, to activate the smaller hitbox? Could I not just use it while standing still? That was horrible. But you actually have to move to get the smaller hitbox. Could I not just let go of everything and stand completely still? That seems very cheesy, doesn't it? Well, don't move. You jump into everything. It makes collecting stuff quick, I guess. Was this scary? You'll try to have a bigger hitbox and controllable speed. Maybe. Oh, good night, Bat Scout. Control does matter a lot. What is this? This looks a lot more stressful than it is, I think. It's also so much easier to bomb when you know you're about to send out a massive Master Spark. Gah. I don't want the cards, I want their secrets. The trader, what's that thing? Rainbow Dragon Cave. Future of the Mountain. That does sound interesting. Don't cut off your nose to spite your face. I don't know. I don't know if I've heard anyone under the age of 80 use that. Maybe. Phoenix. Half ghost. Quarter ghost. It's half of Yomu's oath. Half ghost half. So it's a quarter of that. That's cute. It tax things for you. Frog. Oh, you can have multiple cards. That makes sense. Like, I've got 2 passives. I thought it would replace it. So I guess you get an opportunity to get each boss's card at the end of each stage, so you're meant to buy that. Your stock of lives slowly increases. Oh, cool. I guess just give me a life, yeah. That's fine. You can afford these, by the way. You convert power to money. Oh, whoops, sorry. Yeah, I was wondering how you're ever going to be able to buy some of those. Never mind. I didn't have any bombs left, I guess. Whatever. First run's never going to go that well, I think. It's fun to just explore and die. I think this is the best time for continues, really. Just seeing the game, you know? It takes a while to get acquainted, I think. This can't be right. Yet it works. I've really not been using that collect line thing very much, have I? Like, it's occasionally coming in handy, but not so much. That was impossible. Is normal mode a lot tougher than I could think it is? I always feel like it's the baseline. Like, easy is like wasting your evening, but normal is quite fun without too much stress. But this seems quite tough. You just play the first couple of stages over and over. But I want to see the game. I mean, I might as well just do this, right? Bit of control. That's purple. I'm sitting way too close to the bottom of the screen, aren't I? It's hard to say. It's good in one of the Hammer games on Lunatic because the stages are quite a handful for some shots. Okay. Oh god, that was much longer than I thought. I thought I could like loop around on the inside, but it's actually a really long attack. The major difficulty spike, such as every game, huh? Right. Okay. No idea how many continues I've used here, like 4 or something. Something disappointing. You want to swap the mallet, you're not using it. Yeah, I keep forgetting about it. If you abuse a strong combination of items, you can start with like 3. There's a huge chance to beat Lunatic with no bomb and no card. I can imagine the game's balanced after it, right? Like trying to beat, oh god. Touhou 15 without any, like on the VVVVV difficulty without dying. Legacy of Lunatic Kingdom. Like it's designed to die over and over again. Oh. Is this the one with the spoon gremlin? She has a big spoon. Oh, I got squished between 2 there. Elves have quite a reputation. It seems tough, yeah. There's definitely an easy way to solve this. And it's bombing, but there's definitely like another way to solve it, surely. Touhou 17.5. Wait, what was 17.5? Was there another fighting game? Damn. Right hitbox. Ooh. Yeah. Oh, I should be using this thing, shouldn't I? Oh, it doesn't do anything. Okay. Nah. I have a lot of difficulty dodging in that way. Oh, I ran out of continues. Damn. Boss rush action game. Touhou Gokyan Ibun. It's made by the fighting game people. Goyoku Ibun. It's not necessarily a fighting game, more of a boss rush action game. That sounds cool. Good night, Lindley, by the way. I have no idea what the time is. Oh, it's 10:30. Let's give it another go. Let's try, I think normal's fine. Let's try a different character there. It's like a sequel to 17. Alright. Think it would be fun? I haven't played a ton of the side games. Like, I played a bit of Shoot the Bullet. And, what's the one? The, oh, I don't even remember the name of her, god. Lady from the real world. You know what I mean? She has a flip phone. What's her game called? Or she she takes pictures with her camera. Press down to change cards. Do I don't think I bought anything else. No, okay, let's focus on buying a different card this run then. I normally like a Sakuya. Hatate. No, I'm not thinking of Hatate, I'm thinking of good lord. Sumiroko? Sumiroko? Is that right? No, can't be right. Oh, she has like the directional knives in this. That's kind of cool. Oh, you said power is really important in this, didn't you? Oh wait, did I have other cards? They just didn't show up in the HUD. I need to press another button. My bad. Oh yeah, you can like hold Sakuya's knives, can't you? Like this. If you hold down Control, Shift. I should just be playing Reimu, I know, but I want to try out other characters. Got worried she's gonna hit me though. Focus on the red ones then. Hello? Ooh, the blue bullets are actually a little tricky to see there. There you do. Sanae's pretty good too. She has the frog and snake from UFO. Oh, the little wibbly wobbles. Sakuya B. I did buy. Okay, sorry. You've already got some. Well, we're enjoying ourselves. We'll try out. I'm sure I'm not going to 1cc this now. We'll try out the other characters and the other cards in the meantime. We own the game. We can play it as much as we like. Thank you, Hackett, by the way. It's very kind of you. At some point when I'm not saving money, I want to buy all of the games on Steam. I mean, I want to have them all on like CD, but I want to at least own them all on Steam to see releases then. I know he took down Moira Shrine, so he's clearly not big on piracy anymore. So I would like to own them as they become available for purchase. I know I always call it Moira, by the way. I don't know why. I think that's just how I first read it, and my brain's never changed. I think otherwise I'd call it Moria Shrine, and that wouldn't be quite right either. My whole life I've said Moira. Fallout 3. Oh, sorry. Lily White. Annoying UFO. Cute. Saki Kurokoma. I don't know who that is. Is she Touhou, Touhou 17. I'll buy the lucky cat with business skills. I like the little notification. I'll try the frogs go lem lem lem. Snakes go thup thup thup. Next time. Go for a wolf. Oh yeah, you're right, I can buy them, can't I? I just wanted to unlock all the boss cards. You know? Ooh, this is not so hot. Ooh. Ooh. That's pretty nice. Nice. Am I meant to do something special for Sakia's bomb? Like, am I meant to fly around and put knives down or something? Or is that fine? Oh, I don't think that was necessary. Oh no, I think everything just dies. God, she gets so many red knives. A kappa. Yamawaro. Kappa. She's whiffing a lot of things this one. Yeah, I think this one's a little easier if you take the attack a bit higher. Oh, cock. My bad. I didn't even see it, you know. That I just about prepped for, but did not prepare to die there. This is a tough little pattern, actually. Maybe just the angle I'm playing it at. Maybe it's way easier if I do it higher up. Maybe you're right about verticality, though. This one I had some difficulty with last time, I remember. I just don't see the gap yet. I'm sure there's a really obvious one. I have absolutely no idea how you're meant to dodge these. I did, and I was, but I don't know how. Just staying in your move, yeah. That wasn't too bad. You'll get an eye for it. Yeah, I think you just need to see it more than once, I suppose. The more you play, the better you get. So I can buy stuff with power, is that it? On the last spell card, you watch the green orbs. Yeah, I saw that there's like the big... like Saturn, and then there's the rings that come down. You should evade the orbiting ones too if you give the big ones a wide berth. Okay. Yo, Mayumi. Your options become able to erase bullets. Options? Vampire Fang. Fatal damage at short range. Super powerful, as many as you want. Yeah, that sounds like fun. Narumi. Oh, you okay? So I shouldn't be unlocking the boss thing every time then, right? Even though it sounds fun. I should try and go for something. Each full point represents an option. 4 power equals 4 options. Oh. Okay. Is it like trading? Is that where like the text comes from? Grazing. You can erase bullets via grazing. That sounds like fun. I don't have enough money. Unlock the shopping for future rounds. Yeah, let's do that. I should be getting all this power, shouldn't I? Losing a whole power when you die is pretty stingy, huh? The most important thing is unlocking new cards is not dying and losing all your money. Oh, I suppose so. Do you lose money just whenever you die? It's not just like a continue. Just don't die. Okay. Good advice in general, honestly. Oh! That was really spooky. That was very close. There was an obvious path there, I think. That's fine though. Going along with the not dying thing fits the theme. If you can beat stage 5, you can afford to buy a card, barley rice. Power comes a lot more easy. Okay. Advice to live by, exactly. I've not been using my active card, I'm sorry. It's kind of useful. Like a free bomb sort of thing. I guess with Sakura you could sit across the screen and snipe her, right? If you angle the knives just so. It might have been alright there. It's hard to say. Oh dear. Oh, I was absolutely kicking that bomb key. That's a tough one. Micro dodging. I can buy stuff on continues, I think. It's an action that gives you 1 each time. It's an unusually tight death bomb window. Wasn't it the case that with like Touhou 16, Zun realised that he's been putting a lot of really tough games out? So he suddenly made one that was a bit more normal and true to form, and then the 2 after that seems to have just gone absolutely crazy. Ah, that was doable. That one. Not too bad. We're getting slightly better each run. You have to bomb more proactively. Okay. Sutra. Massively buffs your spell cards and the cooldown card goes down. Yo, it's a kappa. Dude, I loved all the frog-related stuff in this. Moria Shrines, Popular Amulet. Can shoot exploding frog shots. Sutra is really powerful if you remember to use your bonds. I mean, it just says it makes your shots do more. I mean, I might as well buy it just to unlock it, right? Psychokinesis. What's that mean? That sounds good, doesn't it? Backdoor, yo. Well, I'll go with that. It's cool to unlock stuff. It's that feeling that like no run is truly wasted because you're also getting better at the patterns. Oops. Ha 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 ha. But also you're unlocking stuff to make future runs a bit easier. It's quite satisfying in this sense. Isn't this what you do? I completely forgot about this. I remember there was something about moving in a direction and locking in, but if you move straight down and lock in, you get like a big wide attack. There gotta be some people out there that are absolutely cracked at Sakia's knives, right? It seems like a pretty high skill thing. Like just being able to pay attention to anything at the top of the screen just seems odd to me. Isn't this ability an Imperishable Knight as well, actually? Is it Yomi, maybe? Maybe it is just Saki, actually. Oh, you can just hold down at the bottom of the screen, huh? Wasn't too bad. A half ghost does do that. Okay. Thank you, memory. Should have gotten a hit there. Oh, cock. I just didn't do the input properly there, honestly. There's not really any excuse for that. I tapped like straight up or something instead of going diagonally. Mineshaft. Oh, is she the person who's drawing all this? Been a lot of art-based Touhous lately. I'm just gonna bomb like heavily on this card, I think. It seems very tough. Oh, I didn't even notice that thing was moving sideways. Nice beach ball. Ah, there we go. Okay, is it? Cannot pronounce anything though. Ah, Shanghai. So I want to unlock. Oh no, that's the next level. Heavy bass drum. Yeah. Nagatama. It's a different equipment card, so maybe I want that. They erase bullets from either side of you. Go on then. Wait, equipment card? Is that different to pressing C? I've completely forgotten about the bloody mallet, by the way. Ah, dear. Yeah, that wasn't going well, was it? Oh dear. Oops. They're basically passives as well. Okay. Oops. Oh, they're going up. Oh, it's this character. I didn't know she's from this. I think I've heard her theme as well. A new Kitsune. Cannot see shit. Tadpoles everywhere. Oh! Bottom of the screen bullets. Extremely rude. If you're not getting hit by that in your first run, you are lying. The hardest thing in any game other than the lasers. For me at least. We're in space? That's cool. Oh, I thought we had enough speed to get around the bottom of that. Top of Yokai Mountain at night. Space. Wait, what are all the, Are we about to find out what all these rainbow things are now? That makes more sense than being in space, I guess. You can see why I thought we were in space, because the whole, you know, space thing. I wasted too much time in that cave. Oh, it's this character, Tengu. Astronomy themed Earther. Tengu. Fresh Tengu. Oh, is she the Tengu chief? choose the leader. Ability cards. Oh, it's her. Hello. Aya's boss, yeah. I swear Aya's boss is always like a old grumpy Tengu there. That's how people always call her. Blue Aya, exactly. Things turned out just as they said they would. Yeet. I like their interaction. Dude, this sounds like a mini boss theme from Oracle of Seasons. I don't know what's going on here. I'm trying to like, yeah, I got him. Trying to like direct the bullets over, or the knives. Oh, I don't have any bombs. Yep. Ah, oh. Killed by a laser in a Touhou game, incredible. I guess you want to be down here right now. This is one of those things that's probably actually impossible to die to if you know what you're doing, right? There was nothing else shooting at the same time. That was my own stupidity. I thought I could stand still. I think one of my little yin and yang sperm things killed the bullet there. You wouldn't say impossible. It just seems like, at least on normal, it felt like the lines there were really... There were a lot of gaps between the lasers, but I'm just not very good at... I'm not good enough at it. It seems reasonable though. Like, lasers are hardest when they're curving or if there's something else shooting at the same time. I love the graze counter there. Maybe this is a fun laser pattern, dude. Ah, yeah, no, I just didn't do that properly. Close there. Splendid. She made all the things. A motive. The latest business venture, of course. Hell yeah. They're very, very popular. I'm quite pushy right now. Copied a small parts of people's souls. Huh. Can you recall all of them? The circulation can't be stopped. I can't believe it's a trading card. Buy barley rice. Okay. You want to undo the circulation. Search for the mastermind in the sky. I want to unlock the underground sun as well. Barley rice. Yeah, there we go. I don't know if we can afford it. Sample bottle. Fire a spell card in exchange for power. Increases your power 1 whenever you use it, and you get a spell card for it. Power into money. Oh, shit. You get like a lot of money for power. I thought it was going to give me like 30. Yeah. That's really good. Yeah, sorry, I remembered the power into money thing, but I didn't know the exchange rates were so favorable. A nuisance. You have a button, you have to find the button to switch between oh, you can hold multiple active cards. Yeah. Key config. Change is D. Oh shit, I just pressed. Yeah, it's D. Zoom, this UI is shit. Give it a different border color or something. Wait, hang on. Did I just switch around the bomb? I think I just switched around the bomb and the item. Yeah, that confused me. All right. That. Okay, that's better. Oh no, bottom of the screen stuff. Not bad. Continue on, Moy. Ah! Alright. Go to the title. That was good. Alright. It's 11 o'clock though, and I've been really tired, so I think it's a good time to finish on a good thing. I'll make sure I switch out one of the cards just to prove that I've learned how to do that. There you go. Ah, you press Z again. I thought it would open up like a switch left-right screen here. You press shoot again. Tengu Rice is excellent. Remember to actually equip it. Yeah, there you go. That's a cool little animation. Oh, you can choose to just have nothing. Yeah. Alright, well anyway. Did you enjoy the Touhou stream today, chat? Because you have multiple card slots, the UI is designed with that in mind. Fair enough. You eventually unlock them. Yeah, that makes sense then. I was expecting it to be like this, you know, where it shows something to the left and the right. Oh well. Anyway, did you like the stream today? A rare treat. You know, it's been like a year or something since we played it last, so I thought it would be a fun little stream. Did you enjoy yourselves? I'll be finishing for now. I don't know what we're playing tomorrow. I don't have any plans. We'll see how I'm feeling. But for now, good night everyone. Very good stream. Thank you again, Hackett. It's very kind of you to give me this game. We will play it more. I promise. Just like we play the 17. We'll do more. We'll do more. You hated every second. Thank you, Glaze. Thank you for sticking through me this whole time. It's nice to have a good someone to chat to. A good fellow nerd. I like it. Anyway, good night. See you all tomorrow. Have a nice evening. I'm gonna go get to snooze. I have work tomorrow. Bye bye.